Welcome to the lab. This is the Big Scientist channel where we explore the why so you know how. Today we're going to be exploring the why of baking basics, how to measure wet ingredients. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all the delicious science. Now let's get into it. So first, let's start off by going over all the different kinds of wet measuring tools. So first, we're gonna look at the measuring glass. So this measuring glass, this one's a 2-cup one, and this is perfect for measuring wet ingredients. It also has milliliters on the other side, and it has a spout for pouring and a handle to fold. The next one is a beaker, and these beakers are pretty similar to measuring glasses. They also have increments of cups and ounces and milliliters, so they're pretty handy. They come in different sizes. This is a 2-cup one, also has a spout and a handle, and this is a 4-cup one. Same measurements, cups, ounces, and milliliters. It's just 4 cups. Next, we're going to talk about measuring spoons. So these are good for wet and dry ingredients, but today we're going to go over them with wet ingredients. These are for smaller increments like vanilla, or if you're putting honey in a recipe. And then we also have these beakers. They come in multiple sizes. They're very handy. This set goes down to 1 teaspoon. If you can see, this has 1 teaspoon. You can actually measure teaspoons in these beakers, and it also has milliliters on the other side. And these are really nice if you don't have measuring spoons, or you rather use a beaker to measure your smaller ingredients. This is perfect for that. And they come in multiple sizes. This one goes up to a cup and also has ounces on it. This one is a 3/4 cup, and so on and so forth. It just goes down from there. It's a half, and it has milliliters on the other side. So these are pretty handy to have. This one goes to tablespoons and ounces as well as milliliters. So it has a lot of flexibility with these beakers. So now let's talk about actually measuring some kind of liquid. So first, let's look at measuring water. And we're going to do this in our measuring cup. And so what you want to do when you're measuring any kind of liquid, you want to make sure you're at eye level of your cup so that you can see exactly where the liquid's falling in your cup. So right now I'm going to pour some water in here, and then we're going to take a look a little closer to really see what's going on. In order to make sure you're providing the proper amount of liquid for a recipe, we have to understand some of the liquid science. So all liquids have what is called a meniscus. Now, a meniscus is the curve that exists on the surface of a liquid when the liquid is placed into a vessel or container. Think of this curve as the liquid conforming to the shape of the container. Now, as you can see in this glass of water, the meniscus is actually below the 1 cup. So if we wanted 1 cup, we would want to make sure we'd add a little bit more water to this to ensure that we have the correct amount of water in our recipe. Important to also note that a meniscus curve can be convex or concave. Now, convex, think of a frown, and concave, think of a smile where it dips down. And when a concave most liquids will have a concave meniscus, and that's because they're water-based, which like milk, honey, etc. That's all water-based. So we expect them to have a concave meniscus. It's also important that you're measuring how much water or liquid you have based on where the bottom of the meniscus lies on your cup. So as you can see here, we're at 1 cup, so we're good. Now the same thing applies to opaque liquids like milk. They also have a meniscus. It might be a little harder to read just because it's white, the same color as the markings on our glass, but it's there. And as you can see, if you need a little help, you can always move the glass just a little bit to kind of get an idea on where your meniscus is falling. But as you can see, we were below a 1/2 cup, so I added some milk, and now we're at 1/2 cup. So this is how you can see to measure even opaque liquids. They have that meniscus. Make sure that meniscus is the bottom of that meniscus is lying on the measurement that you need for your recipe. Now let's go over how to use measuring spoons for liquids. So one thing you want to do is you want to spray your spoon down with cooking spray, especially if you're using anything sticky like honey or peanut butter, things like that. And if you're using a liquid-based thing like a vanilla extract or any kind of extract, don't spray it. Just pour the liquid straight in. But you want to make sure the liquid is to the top of your little spoon, and then that's pretty much your measurement. And as you can see for the honey, it comes out so much easier. Like you get all your honey out if you spray it down with cooking spray beforehand. Um, every drop you can get out. Same with peanut butter, it'll slip right out. So that's a good hack to have. Spray down your spoon, and you'll always get the full amount out of your ingredient. And there it is, the fundamentals of how to measure wet ingredients. So don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment below and let us know if you have any baking basic tips or tricks to share. And until next time, happy baking!